Welcome to this autumn junk journal tour. This is a happy share of an art journal with a collaborative autumn poem on its pages. The fall nature journaling poem in this autumn art journal flip through was spontaneously written by over 20 nature journal educators in an online nature journaling meeting. Everyone wrote our reflections on the changing seasons and our autumn nature journaling observations in the chat. The result was an autumn collaborative poem that I recorded on these mixed media autumn nature journaling pages. Thank you to the nature journal educators who contributed the words to this group poem via John Muir Law's community events calendar on John Muir Law's website. I'll put the link to the resources in the description to this video. I'll read the poem aloud and share the book I created in this collaborative poem art journal flip through. My name is Kathleen Arla Johnson. Please click the subscribe button on Creative Solace Studio's YouTube channel and drop a message in the comments to share what kind of nature changes you notice during autumn where you live. Autumn Community Poem by Nature Journal Educators Forum via johnmuirlaws.com, 10/26/22. The book is by me, Kathleen Arla Johnson of Creative Solace Studios. Observing wildlife and their behavior during the cooler weather. Buck moths flying, though they're done by now. Migratory birds getting to go outside because it's not too hot anymore in the desert. Some changing leaves. Fall leaves, bird migration, squirrels caching nuts, leaf changes, apple growth, monarchs. Dropped leaves means you can see through the trees. Migrating birds and whales arriving to overwinter here. Colors, cool fungi, watching change, slowing down, leaves, light slanted onto things, fungi. My dye plants, marigolds, zinnias, cosmos, are all setting seed now as the day length gets shorter. Which trees drop their leaves first? Big female spiders, leaves changing color. Consider, how is autumn different from the other seasons? Make a sound map, or a list of smells, or a page with colors all over it. Maybe an expression of the proportions of colors done each week. Berries ripening. Color studies, curled leaves, berries, and who is visiting the berries. More darkness, constellations changing, Orion up in the morning, migrating birds. New birds in the yard, winter birds are arriving. Salmon runs along creeks and rivers, mushrooms, fallen leaves reveal views. Autumn leaves. Watching wild turkeys forage. Smell of sweet forest soil, clouds. Scrub jays insanely busy in the yard with acorns. Squirrels running around too. Do they ever dig up each other's acorns? Milkweed seeds are blowing away from their seed pods. Fall gardening season. Crickets and katydids are more quiet, but they're not gone yet. Yes, milkweed. Snow. First dusting is usually in the autumn on the top of the mountains, Sierra Nevada mountains.
Rain watercolor, seals, operas at night, termites and rain beetles after first rains, some birds coming back. When will it be too cold for the crickets and their sounds will stop at night? That melancholy feeling of the year winding down, knowing that things will look brown and dead for a while, but that will lead to the glories of spring. The ground termites, like little fairies filling the yard, for only a few precious hours on one day, following just enough moisture. Leaf litter, to mulch, to dust, to soil. All the sheep and wool festivals. Time to get out all my hand knits. Daylight, or length of daylight. I was too slow, and the first rains came and washed the trash to the ocean. Epilogue. These are the things that people wrote in the chat when we read through the poem aloud. Well, we didn't realize it was a poem at that point when we read through our observations about autumn in the chat. This felt like a poem as you read it out loud. Thank you. Yes, agreed. A community poem, yes. Yes, so wonderful. Change is inevitable, except from a vending machine. Let's save this poem and post it. And we can all save chat to have our poem at home. The uncensored version also included 2 additional lines about those big female spiders. Big spiders. I like big abdomens and I cannot lie. That's my go-to karaoke song, LOL.
Thanks for watching this Autumn Junk Journal Tour and collaborative poem art journal flip through. What changes happen outside during the season of fall around you? Please share in the comments and check out some of my other nature journaling and art journal videos and tutorials.